What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Dirty Degens. I am your degenerate host, Josh. And yes, you just heard Cass with the Sass sneeze. Who would have ever guessed that? Cass with the Sass is back, baby. She's ready to get down and degenerate because we have a show for you tonight. The market's not doing so hot. There's been some nothing burger news, but not only that, there's also some very positive things going on. I've got a couple projects here that I think will outperform many, many other projects in the entire crypto space this year. And I think you guys will be excited once I tell you all about them. So let's go ahead and hop right into it. Let's see here. Yeah, like I said, market's not doing so hot. Bitcoin's not looking too happy right now. We had that dump over on Sunday where we had $1.7 billion liquidated from the crypto market, the worst liquidation event since December of 2024. But it didn't even take us that far, guys. Bitcoin's still over 110,000 right now at 112, basically on the dot. $11 and a penny away, as I say that. But it's been a little bit choppy here the last couple of days. We were hoping for some like next world news to come today that was supposed to rock the market, change Bitcoin forever. But unfortunately, we got quite disappointed. Yesterday, we had this tweet from Dennis Porter, who actually gets a lot of bills introduced, legislation, right, to further Bitcoin, further crypto. And he said, just got off call with one of the most influential people in Washington, D.C. that he knows. He told him the news coming today, and they agreed that this announcement is going to cause a seismic shift in politics. So, you know, I'm sitting there and I'm thinking about it. What could cause this crazy shift in politics, right? Like, you know, maybe we have a major candidate that's going to start, you know, being very Bitcoin aggressive. Maybe there's a announcement from the current administration that is going to change everything for Bitcoin forever. So I thought, you know, something along those lines of like the Bitcoin voter block is going to start to be very respected, like in lines with that. That is what I guessed. And I'm not going to lie, I was pretty much entirely on point because it was a total nothing burger. Dennis Porter is not very happy that this is how everybody's taking it. But what it ended up being is that this guy, Ian, crap. Of course, I'm going to forget his name. Let's find it really quick. Let's see here. Ian. Yeah. Is he going to say his name? Ian Caldron. Ian Caldron. He is going to run for governor of California. That's what the big news was. The pro-Bitcoin somebody is going to run for governor of California. We've got major outlets, major influencers and everybody talking about this supposed announcement that's going to come out and shake the markets. And that's what it was. And I'm not going to lie, we did see a little bit of a dump when that happened. So I think that the markets were excited about something and it didn't happen. And that results in not being excited. Plain and simply, right? It kind of takes the wind out the sails, to say the least. So market didn't buy. We'll have to see if Asia picks up the dip. They're going to start waking up here in like an hour or so, and we'll start to see some impact on the charts from them. They probably will buy the dip because guess what? Asia is buying more than anybody else right now. But that's not all I want to talk about. Also, it proves that this short-term price action does not matter whatsoever, because we're seeing a lot of major movements in the crypto industry from institutional players. And I've said it before, we don't need these players, but it does help accelerate things. Now think about it. Here we have BlackRock, Wall Street's biggest name, prove that crypto is a profit powerhouse. The reason why this headline is what it is because BlackRock, who spent years trash talking Bitcoin and crypto, is now most profitable with just their crypto ETFs. And now they launched more in Europe, and they're realizing how much money they are making from just running these ETFs. They're not even the ones buying Bitcoin. BlackRock ETF for Bitcoin does not mean that BlackRock is buying Bitcoin. They're buying Bitcoin on the behalf of people who buy into this ETF. So it's completely different. What they are doing is, for lack of better terms, they're kind of grifters. You know, they're profiting, but they don't believe it. But hey, they are providing the institutional instruments for these people to get involved. So it is a net positive. And it's not just BlackRock. It's also other companies all around the world. I've already talked about all these companies putting in hundreds of millions of dollars, not if not billions, into different crypto treasuries. But just today, a couple hours ago, another one was announced. Fattel in Australia announced $100 million Solana treasury. So that's a lot of dedication. I mean, I think like 3 videos ago, I did a big video about Solana and about why you shouldn't ignore these things. And that Solana at the time was around like $190. And within 3 days, it ran to 250. So I'm telling you, don't ignore these things. Honestly, the moral of this story today in this stream is listen to what I tell you, because you're going to see why. And the first reason that I'm going to prove that to you is because of this, Aster. So that's one of the big projects I do want to talk about. Currently, Aster is sitting at rank 37 in market cap. Its biggest competitor is Hyperliquid. So let's walk through the story. Before we walk through the story, though, I want to point this out to you. This is private Telegram messages between me and somebody else. When I spotted Aster at this point, let's pull it up. If I can find it again. It's my first time, guys. Bear with me. But so we had this initial run up here, and then it kind of fell down a little bit. Let's go. You got to go into like, you can't really zoom in anymore. But I called Aster right here. So 4:25 p.m. it launched in the morning, but basically between 3 and 4 p.m. is when I caught it, before it started going absolutely insane. And all I did was I sent it to this person who I've got a good relationship with and talk all the time with. One of the only people I share my alpha calls with, like outside of with Stream and in my Telegram group and everything like that. And unfortunately, I didn't have the true conviction to go and share it with you guys, but I've had a lot of time to dwell on it. But I did share it with them, and I said, supposedly the Hyperliquid competitor that CZ is backing. And then I shared this tweet from CZ. Well done. Good start. Keep building. Now, there's something weird about this because CZ has never posted a chart that's not BNB or Bitcoin. That's all he's ever posted. So that's why I went on to say, I can't recall a time that CZ has posted a non-BNB or Bitcoin chart. He goes, damn, he's definitely an investor. I said, definitely. He goes, do they have their own chain? If not, what chain? BNB is the main chain, of course. ETH, ARB, and SOL, as in that, it's also on that. And then I go on to say, it's going to be pumped. It's going to be insider pumped into oblivion. Like it's just going to blow up, which if we look at this chart, it has gone on to do. It was around $300 million market cap at that time, 400 million. And it is now $3.22 billion. We're talking about a 10x in the matter of 4 days, 5 days, but it's getting really crazy, guys. It's getting super crazy. And that's why I'm thinking that there's actually something here. We could see this flip Hyperliquid for some very obvious reasons. And if it does flip Hyperliquid, we're still looking at minimum of 5x here. So there's a lot of potential here. So first, what is Aster? Right? That's obviously important. Aster is a perp DEX. So it's a decentralized perp exchange. That means that you long and short things. You can buy spot, whatever, right? Basically, it's just decentralized trading. That's all it is. You're not going to Binance. You're going to Aster because you want to long something and you want to go and do something stupid and long it 300x. Aster will let you. I strongly advise against that, but they will let you. You can do that. Honestly, I would probably not be making this video right now if I just would have opened up a nasty 300x long on Aster at 300 mil market cap. You guys will never hear from me again. But here we are. I didn't do that, so here we are. So that's what Aster is, and that's why it's important that we're comparing it to Hyperliquid. So currently, if we're looking at volume in the last day, just the last 24 hours, we have already seen Aster flip Hyperliquid. And that's really freaking crazy. So if you look at the cumulative volume, it is 3.57 billion. What we want to look at, though, is the perp volume, which, because of how wide I have my screen, it's not willing to show me currently, because that's what this is actually supposed to be organized by. Let's see. Can I change it? Let's see. There's spot volume. Crap, it's not going to let me see it. But Aster has flipped Hyperliquid in 24-hour volume, which obviously that's a pretty bullish thing when we're talking about a DEX, a new protocol that has come out. You can see that Hyperliquid is actually down 30% in the last 7 days in volume. But also, Aster has also flipped Hyperliquid in revenue. If we go switch to revenue, you've got $6.8 billion or million dollars in the last 24 hours in revenue from Aster, while you've only got 2.81 million on Hyperliquid. And I'm not gonna lie to you, Hyperliquid is substantially cheaper. So there's also that. Hyperliquid is currently faster and cheaper, but they are looking to change that. This is so how Aster currently works is it's actually kind of slow, right? It processes about 20 transactions a second, whereas Hyperliquid can do like thousands. It's ridiculous, right? But they're actually looking to change that. And as you can see, BNB fees are a little bit higher, right? So what they already proposed it, and I actually just now realized I forgot to even pull it up, but what happened here? But Binance did announce that they are actually going to do something to slash fees, and it's all off the back of Aster. Aster is going to be pumped, insider pumped to oblivion. It's going to be insane. That's why now the Aster CEO came out today and confirmed that they are, like that person in that message asked me, do they have their own chain? They are going to roll out their own chain, and it's already in the testing phase. So we already have Aster token, and it might at this point just be profitable just to utilize the Aster DEX, because I guarantee you users are going to be airdropped a token. There's been so many complaints around these platform tokens that have come out where users aren't getting airdrops that it's basically a given that there will be some form of incentive for using the platform or whatever, right? But basically, to boil it down, Aster's coming out with a chain. It's blowing the other major perp decks out of the water. It's backed by CZ, the guy that took Binance from 10 cents to $1,000 a piece, where it's the largest exchange in the world, a top 5 token in the entire world, and does insane numbers. So now he's behind it and pushing it. Look at Binance right now. It's just going vertical the last several months here, right? Since basically April, it's just going straight up. It had a little bit of a dip and it's going straight up. Even if you zoom out and you look at a month, it's had a little bit of a dip as the market cooled off, but it has not cooled off like others. I'm not trying to say market manipulation or they're pumping their own bags or anything like that, but when Binance hones in on something and focuses on it and wants it to perform, they have the capabilities to make that happen. So I absolutely, without a doubt, do see Aster flipping Hyperliquid. And when it happens, I'll pull this up again and tell you guys that you should have been paying attention, because that's not all there is. If we look at the top memes currently in the entire space, they're not performing so well, right? Honestly, over the past 7 days, the total meme market cap is down 12%. Over the past 30 days, it's down 5%. Okay. Past year, though, it's doing pretty good. Past 24 hours, not very great. Volume's down 38%. Market cap's down 1.62%. But also, I talk to you guys all the time about base and about memes on base. That's why I thought it was important to point this out, because Toshi has been absolutely killing it. Last time I brought up Toshi was in the beginning of September, and since then it's up $100 million in market cap. It's up 30% in the last 30 days. But there's a big reason for that I want to make sure you guys do not miss. And actually, before I do get to that, yes, we have giveaways tonight. We're actually going to do 4 giveaways. We're giving away $200 in StrayDog. We're going to give it out 4 times, and we're going to pick winners over the course of next 45 minutes, hour, however long we decide to go tonight, guys. So what we're going to do is, first off, you must be following me on X. You must be following StrayDog on X, and you must be present to win. So if you're not present, you're already a loser, but you guys are here, so you're a winner. But in the chat, you will have to type the pack, because we're doing a StrayDog giveaway. It only makes sense that you talk about the pack. You're part of the pack. You know, you all bond together. Your strays that are finding your pack. It didn't just make sense. But we're going to put that up. The entry is the pack. I don't believe it's case sensitive, but you do have to put that in the live chat. You also do have to make sure that you're following both myself and StrayDog on X. So there we go. Hey, look, there's Mark Anthony. I've been wondering about you. I haven't seen you in a bit. I hope you're doing good, my man. But while you guys go and get that rolled in, I will talk about some other things. The reason why these base memes are actually picking up. because there's a good reason. And the first of that, or well, the main reason, honestly, the only real reason, is because Base is exploring launching their own token. I've talked about this already too in past videos. I brought this up. This news came out on September 15th. This is not breaking news or anything like that, but Base is looking at launching a token. Many people's complaints about the Base ecosystem is that the host chain or the host token is ETH, right? It's already huge. There's no chance for it to run up. It's Coinbase, it's Base, it's got a huge following, and it's very easy for them to get the word out and everything, but they don't have their own token. There's no real good way for people to profit, like making ETH pairs and stuff like that. You know, it's not the same. It's a total different ball game when you get down to how tokenomics and liquidity works, or just making a gain. It's one thing if Base launches a token and you manage to get in at 100 million and it goes to multitudes of billions, right? Because it's a chain and it's Coinbase, but it's another thing if it's ETH and it goes up, 50% or whatever, right? Like it's safer, but it's not as degenerate. And that's honestly what people want. But the reason why this is causing more on-chain volume for Base is because they are talking about doing an airdrop. That's why we're seeing median transaction fees or transactions increase drastically, because Base is not stupid. Coinbase is not stupid. They know that they must reward users of their network. So as a result, we are seeing many, this is just, I didn't pull it up. I forgot to pull it up. I had a lot to pull up. But that's why we're seeing transactions go up. But while at that same time, transaction fees are much lower. And also, Base is doing a lot actually to incorporate the meme culture into their ecosystem. I feel like that's actually becoming a pivotal focus of their entire thing, right? Because they've got Coinbase, and then they have the Base app, which is just a self-custody wallet, right? But on Coinbase now, you can look at the LP of even StrayDog or other meme coins in the Ethereum or Base ecosystem, whatever. And you can look at them and you can see them. And now you can even trade some of them if they're on Base right through the Coinbase app. But now they're adding links to Dex tools and Dex Screener and all that stuff. And it just makes it more degenerate friendly, honestly. So I think that we'll see a lot more of this performance out of meme coins that are on Base in the near future. I definitely do think that Toshi is going back to all-time high and much higher. This is just your warning for its next leg up. Look at this chart. This chart is amazing over the course of the last year. Sure, in January, we had that huge spike where it almost hit $1 billion. And then it came down really hard because guess what? This token's not new. It's been around for a long time. And this is only as far as Coin Market Cap checks it, right? But then it came down and now it's just having nice legs up. So this token's going to get much stronger. The Base ecosystem is going to continue to get much stronger, and you should not avoid the possibilities that are within it. But before I do go on to the next things I want to talk about, currently we do have 62 people that are entered into the drawing. So we'll do our first poll while I take a drink of something. Might be water, might not be. And we'll go from there. Sharon, XPX. Let's go. Congratulations. You just won $50 of StrayDog. Now, luckily, I know that you are a real person, but what you must do in order to win is first, you must drop your Twitter handle in the live chat, because then what you're going to do is you're going to go on over to X, you're going to come to my profile, and there'll be a little message envelope right here. You'll hit that and you'll message me with your Ethereum wallet address, because I need those to match up. So make sure you drop your Twitter handle in the live chat and then message me on X with your Ethereum wallet address. And then sometime in the next 24 hours or something like that, I'll get you your tokens. I haven't even had dinner yet, guys. It's like 8 p.m. here, or 7:20 p.m. So after this, I'm not sending out giveaways. I'm going to go have dinner. But yeah, so congrats, Sharon XPX. You won the first giveaway, but there are 4 more to come. Make sure you're following myself on X and StrayDog on X. Now, I do actually want to talk about StrayDog a bit, because first off, the last 24 hours for him has been crazy. Earlier this afternoon, they were up 25%. Now, still up 16%, 17%. A formidable number. But we do see something interesting going on here, because on the daily chart, Sharon, I'm not Scott. I think you're mistaking me because I don't know if you're in my TG either. I do have a Telegram. It's in the link. It's in the description of this video, but I think you definitely have me confused with my ex counterpart. Now, checking out StrayDog though, we do actually have a nice little, like if you kind of draw it out here, you know, you got like a nice little, like you got a nice little, got a nice coil going on here, right? So it's definitely consolidating, and with higher highs and lower lows, things are looking very solid here. But there's been some leaks that I've heard here recently, so I'm getting a little cautious because I think a big breakout is coming. Just today, actually, this space is still live. Jesus, that's crazy. Just today, the StrayDog team was on this spaces actually. And they decided some things, and they thought I wouldn't catch my ears wouldn't catch it. I wouldn't catch wind of it. And it's actually pretty insane. I've not heard of a $3 million market cap, $3.5 million market cap coin say this in the past. They mentioned on that stream that they've got over 50 KOLs lined up to get behind the project. Now, StrayDog has already built a really solid community and a solid base. There's currently 2,800 members in the Telegram. You've got over 4,000 holders, nearly 4,500 actually. I'm pretty sure it's 44 something, 4481. So nearly 4,500 holders, and they've got over 60 KOLs ready to push it, or over 50. Apologize. But not only that, there was something else he said on that Spaces that was quite interesting. He mentioned that don't be surprised, and this is like kind of verbatim, right? So I'm talking weird, but he mentioned don't be surprised if you see major KOLs making buys on streams in the future. What do you think they got going on? I know this team. I've watched them work for well over a year. I've worked with them on things. I'm currently a supporter of this project. I'm a supporter of other things that they've done in the past. And I know this team does not tease bullshit when it's time to work. So I'm expecting something huge. Also, not only that, if we do go to their X, let's just pull up their X. I noticed something else earlier too. Let's find it here. It was pretty recent. Yeah, here we go. StrayDog is scaling merch store, exchange listings, and big collabs. So what I'm hearing is in the past, we've already had Shib interact with StrayDog. We've got Crypto Pulse from Cryptos R Us interacting with StrayDog. We've got Links on X interacting with StrayDog. There's already big collabs working with StrayDog. And not all of those are collabs, but you know, we've already seen some big things. So for them to throw that out, I'm definitely expecting some major things to come out in the next couple of days. That's why I'm so behind it, not because of major things coming out, but because this team works. They've got the know-how to build a community, to get holders, to get the word out. They've got the connections to build these collabs, build these deals, get these exchange listings. The future is incredibly bright. And what's crazy is like, that's not even all, because also on this stream, maybe he's being a little ambitious, but on this stream, it was said, don't be surprised if you see StrayDog at a modest $50 million market cap next month. I can't even get it all the way up there, guys. It's a common problem I have, but I'm trying. Like, just give me a break. You can't even fathom if it goes 1,235% the next month. So for them to go on Spaces and go in the public and drop crazy bombs like this, I'm definitely expecting some huge shit to come out. Now, before I do go any further though, let's actually do another poll. Currently, we've got 94 entries in the stream. I appreciate all of you guys showing up to hang out with me, have fun with some giveaways, talk about some crypto, get involved in the live chat. Appreciate all of you guys. This is what we enjoy doing, man. Let's play in some shit coins, get in our robe, have some fun, actually talk about the crypto market. That's what we're doing. We're finding gains and we're making them happen nonstop every single day. Zaza Crypto. If you got it, light it up. But congratulations, Zaza Crypto. You just won $50 in StrayDog. I see your comment right here. A late entry does not mean you're out of the running. You're still in the running to get a winner. But congratulations. What you must do in order to win your tokens, though, is you must be following myself and StrayDog on X. But before you go and make sure you did that, drop your X handle in the live chat, and the wonderful Cast with Sass will take your name down. That way, when you message me on X with your Ethereum wallet address, I do know for a fact it is you, and I can send you your tokens. So please do make sure you do that. Otherwise, I'm going to give them away again. I'm not going to lie. I'm just going to give them away again. That's all I'm going to do. But big thank you for getting in and getting involved. Now, it's not the only way you can get involved. You can't just get involved on my stream and do a giveaway and participate in the live chat. There's other places you can get involved and win more free money. It's actually crazy. And I've been talking about it for a while because StrayDog is doing it and they're doing it right. A lot of different projects, they've got their giveaways that they do and raids that they pay out for and everything, but it's like $100 a week. Right. But I've been preaching to you guys in my Telegram and on these live streams to get involved with this stuff, because look at this. StrayDog for this week, they are giving out $1,200 in prizes to raiders. What is a raider? Raider are people that like get involved on X and they support their bags. They tweet about it. They interact with the main account, etc. That's all you have to do. So currently they've got a giveaway going, or well, a payout going, where first place gets $350, second $200, third $150, fourth $100, 5th through 10th get $50 each, and 11th through 20th get $10 each. So you've got 20 people that are going to win, $1,200 that are going to give out, and all you have to do is work for your bags and be active on X. And to be honest, what's crazy is you don't even have to be a holder. You just have to like go do this. So you're just leaving money on the table by not even trying. So I definitely think you should hop in the StrayDog Telegram. That way you can do that too. The link is in the description. They think that the token's going to go to 50 million in the next month. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I wouldn't be saying all this shit if I didn't know some things. I'll leave it at that. There's some other shit I know some things about too, though. Clash. I talked about this on one of my videos last week too. And what I said is that this token comes from George. Cryptos are us, right? We went and looked at other creator tokens and how they failed miserably. Look at this on the daily chart. I know it's $446,000 market cap, but this chart is incredibly bullish. And another thing that is bullish is that George has been talking about on his streams how he's going to be looking to do partnerships with other tokens. He's looking to do partnerships with other tokens. He's doing partnerships with other creators. He's streaming every single day. The chart is looking bullish. And actually earlier today, he mentioned to me that something big is also coming to that. He wouldn't tell me what. George is a secretive little guy. Actually, he's taller than me. He's a secretive big guy. But he's lost a lot of weight. I probably weigh more than him now. I've been putting it on a little bit, packing them pounds, you know. But he's not one to like hype things up. He's not one to lie or anything like that. So I definitely think there could be something big coming, but he's actually doing a lot with it. And that's why I think this does have potential. I've talked with him in conversations, and his goal is to send this to millions, right? Currently at a $450,000 market cap. So the potential is definitely there, especially when we're talking about somebody that has over 800,000 on YouTube, over 200,000 on X, over 200,000 on Facebook, nearly 100,000 on Instagram. I mean, like, so if he's using his outlets to push this, which, mind you guys, I'm in charge of all of that, which I know he's doing for that reason. There is good potential here. Now, there are things he's not telling me. There's things that I'm aware of, whatever. All I'm trying to tell you guys is I'm giving you the alpha that shit is coming. And he's doing stuff with it too. Currently, he's doing, all you have to do is hold $500,000 in tokens or more. And basically every single day, he's doing a Solana giveaway. He pulls a wallet. If you hold the tokens, you get anywhere from 0.5 to 0.1 Solana. It's just whatever he decided to do at the time. So I'll actually drop that link in the live chat. Hiccups randomly. I'll drop it in the live chat here. That way, if you guys are a Clash holder and you hold that much, you can go enter that. You don't have to provide your email address or anything. Look, look right here. Here's my email address. It straight up says not shared. All I have to do is put in a Solana wallet address. So you're not providing information, nothing. All you're doing is getting entered to win more money. So the theme of tonight is that, one, I tell you guys early and we make money. And two, stop leaving free money on the table. We've got two things we're focused on, because guess what, guys? If you remember anything, I told you about StrayDog before it launched in my Telegram. I was the first influencer to talk, or influencer. Bullshit. I was the first video creator or something like that to talk about Clash. I told you guys about Clash before George even talked about it on his streams. There's people in this chat that got into Clash at 100K because they're in my Telegram and they're active and they pay attention, because I only bring things up with dedication when I am confident you guys are going to make money. And also, George is working for this bag too. Actually, look, he's live right now, but let's turn that off. But he's going live every single day at 2 places. So you can see here on Pump Fun, he's going live constantly. People are making clips of him, all sorts of shit. Not only that, actually, if I pull this up, I'll pull that up next. Let's see. Let me check out live chat here. I'm told there's some questions from Cass with Sass. Let's see. Mark Anthony asks, how much StrayDog do you have to own? So according to his breakdown here, you must hold at least $500,000 in Clash. If we go down to the token converter down here, it is $220 in Clash in order to be eligible for the giveaways at current prices. Price goes up, price goes down. This morning, that was like $130. Right now it's 220. Price goes up, price go down. Price might go up from here and not come back down to this level. I don't know what to tell you. All I know is I'm confident this is going higher. That's all I can tell you. But he's streaming more than just Pump.Fun. He's also streaming every day on YouTube too, on his I Am George channel, where he's got another 18,000 subscribers. And I'm told that he's also starting up a Twitch channel where he's going to stream more. So he's very all in on this. It's actually very surprising to see. He already puts out 2 videos a day on Cryptos R Us. Now he's streaming every day for Clash. It's a big deal. You have one of the biggest, most respected influencers in the entire space pushing a token. And granted, he's not pushing it extremely hard like a shill, but he's letting it just build up and gain steam. Right. And he's also going to be doing collabs with other projects for the tournaments and things like that. I'm not one to shill Pump Fun tokens, but I think you're missing out a big opportunity here if you're not paying attention. Other than that, I did also want to bring up Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 Inu, because I've been a longtime supporter. I'm friends with some of the team. This is not sponsored. They have not asked me to say, but I'm going to tell you guys, pretty sure ticker Bitcoin's bottoming. It's at a very good spot right now if you're looking to buy. Now, if you're already a holder, maybe you want a DCA, maybe you don't, maybe you just want to see what happens. That's fine. But currently at $72 million market cap, listed on many exchanges. They're doing many things in the background. They're still launching merch and things like that. They've got their layer 2 on Barra chain. But what is crazy is that currently you have SPX 6900 whales dumping their SPX to get back into Bitcoin. Now, the reason why I say get back into ticker Bitcoin is because those same whales once exited ticker Bitcoin so that they could enter SPX, right? So now they're reversing their flow. So we're going to see more of this happen. It's going to be slow. It's not going to be all at once. They're not coming in and dropping 100K at one time. They're going to do an ETH here, an ETH there. They're going to DCA in, right? They're going to work it in, get their position, and then they tell everybody, because that is what they want to do. They want to build their position before they give it, you don't want the price to go up. You can't tell everybody you're about to spend 100K and they front run you. It's kind of stupid. You're kind of a dumb investor if you do that. So I definitely think that ticker Bitcoin, I'm one of those people. I do that. I tell you guys before I get into shit. But we're definitely going to see this go up further. I think that we're going to have a big bounce here. They fight a little bit of controversy because their LP is not locked, but they're not going to rug. I guess I'll eat a sock on stream if they rug. You can hold me to that. But before we go into anything else, we got 168 entries into the giveaway. Let's do a poll and then let's go through chat. Let's have some fun. Let's do some Q&A. Let's hang out. Let's talk about different projects. What are you guys watching? Who the hell's going to win this giveaway? Legends never die. Man, that kind of fits into all this shit too. Congratulations, Legends never not. Legends never die. You are the third winner of tonight's giveaway. You just won $50 in StrayDog. You only got to do a couple things. You got to make sure you're following StrayDog on Twitter. You got to make sure you're following me on Twitter. And you got to drop your Twitter handle into the live chat. That way, when you message me on Twitter with your Ethereum wallet address, I know you are the real legend that will never die. So go ahead and do that. Get it all done. And you'll get your token sometimes in the next 24 hours. Checking out the chat here. Let's see. Cass is saying answer unclear. I don't know what she was talking about, though. Oh, got it. Okay. Clifton K says, how do we get StrayDog? Bro, it's so simple. All you have to do, first, I would go to their page here and copy the address. If you have a Phantom wallet or something like that, or not Phantom, like Rabby, MetaMask, whatever, you can swap directly in the wallet. Otherwise, what you can do is you just go to uniswap.org. Look, I'm already signed in here. Oh, no, I'm not. Okay. Then you want to trade your ETH for some StrayDog. But I don't suggest you actually do it like this, because you can type and you can assume that's the right one or whatever you want to do. What you actually want to do, though, is you want to come over here to the side panel. You want to copy that address, go to Uniswap, and then paste it in. Boom. Continue. And then if you want to buy 100 ETH or 1,000 ETH, maybe you just want to buy 69 ETH. You can do whatever you want. You can buy 6.9 ETH. You can buy 0.69. You can buy 0.069. Why not? You can just buy whatever. You can buy $10, $100, $1,000, $100,000. But I would use Uniswap. Also, make sure that you're using like a wallet like Rabby. On MetaMask, you have to enable it, but on Rabby, there is built-in MEVBot protection. What that means is that your buy won't be front run. They send it to a private RPC node and it gets sent out that way. It can't be basically scoped out ahead of time and front ran. So I suggest strongly that you use one of those wallets. I actually do all of my swaps for the most part right inside of Rabby. I don't care that they take a little bit of a fee. I know I've got that MEV protection and everything. So I like to do that. But yeah, right now you just buy it straight up on Uniswap. That's what you want to do. Let's see here. TEDx, let's make some fucking money. That's what I'm talking about. That market cap is possible. Absolutely, without a doubt. I think that it's light work for Clash to go to 5 million. Like, you know, an easy 20x from here. I see that. I see that happening. An easy, yeah, I see that happening. It's a 10x, but StrayDog though, man, I do think that StrayDog is multiple $100 million market cap material. I think that's very, very simple. Let's see here. I'm all lost in my chat because it's all saying the pack. Here we go. We're all George. We're all Josh. We're all degenerates. 2 times tonight. We're all George and Scott. I'm going to start banning you fools. Cryptos R Us was the first crypto channel you watched. That's awesome. That's very cool. I've worked full time for George for 6 years now. So that's awesome. Mark Anthony, you always win, bro. You always win. You're one of my favorite community members. Let's see here. Let's fucking go. We got a lot of congrats, a lot of the packs. Tell us what you know, fam. Just a hint. I dropped so many hints, I'm probably going to get in trouble. So maybe not. I can't hint any further, guys. I hinted so much. This will be my first bag of StrayDog. Congrats, legends, man. I'm telling you, like, I'm not going to tell you what to do with your bag. It's your tokens to choose what you do with. And it's not for me to tell you what to do. I don't judge. I don't care. But I honestly, strongly suggest you hop in the Telegram and you hold that bag. I think it's going much higher. There's a lot to come. So, you know what? Get involved, man. In the link of the description of this video, the StrayDog Telegram's in there. I strongly suggest that you hop in there and tell them Dirty Degens sent you, man, because they're going to welcome you with open arms. I strongly suggest it. Or if on Trust Wallet or Phantom Wallet, direct swap with contract. Yeah, no, straight up. You can direct swap both StrayDog and Clash right on Phantom with the contract. You don't need to go to Uniswap. You don't need to connect your wallet anywhere. You can direct swap right there. So simple. Let's see here. Take another shot and spill a little more. Some crazy shit's coming tomorrow. Maybe not tomorrow. Some crazy shit's coming soon. I spilled it. I spilled it. How about this, guys? Let's check out like another 4 or 5 projects. You drop them into the live chat. Let me know what you want me to check out, and then we'll do the final poll. We're going to do the final poll, and then we're going to get off. But let's check out a couple projects. What project do you want me to check out? Drop them in the live chat, and let's do it. In the meantime, let's close out some of these tabs because it's getting a little crazy in here. I'm telling you guys, though, I'm just trying to give you guys the best opportunities you can. The best opportunities you possibly can have. I'm not in here for me. I'm in here for the whole space, really, honestly, the whole space. I'm trying to share the information that everybody else tries to use against you. That's all I do. I've told you when projects are running major marketing campaigns. I've told you when projects are about to launch. I'm telling you before projects do major things. I fortunately have a little bit of an edge in the space because I am so connected and because I do know so many people and I work with one of the biggest brands in the space. And I'm trying to pass that off to you. So I hope you guys will all subscribe to the channel. Maybe throw me a like, retweet or whatever on X. I really don't give a shit. But let's all work together. If you support me, it helps me give you more. So let's do more of that. Let's see here. First up, we got Arena on Avax. Let's do it, man. Arena. Avax has actually been killing it lately. Before I pull that up, Avax has actually been killing it. Surprisingly, they're finally moving. But look at that. Up 14% in the last 30 days. Nice little move off the bottom here at the beginning of August. So nice little solid move up there. 7 days, though, is when they've had a big move. It's come down a little bit, but definitely doing solid. 35% in the last month. So Arena, obviously, I'm very familiar with. You've got my Arena link in the description of this video, too. Arena is the social networking platform of Avalanche, right? And also, what people don't like to tell you, or what Avalanche doesn't like to admit, is they own Arena. Right. So this is like Binance making sure that BNB does well. Right. It's in Avalanche's best interest to make sure that Arena does well. Before it was called Stars Arena. Then it went under and Avalanche came in and swooped in, foot the bill and made sure that people could get paid and the project could be ran. So that's a big, make sure you remember that. Right. That's very, very important. But there is a little bit of history here. Man, Arena's been killing it lately. Definitely killing it. Up 39% in the last month. Last 7 days, it's down. But, man, that month is looking juicy. So on Arena, though, you can actually launch tokens. You earn revenue. I mean, I haven't signed into my Arena account in a while. Let's see. I don't even know my link. Let's see here. Here we go. Enter the arena. Let's see. All right. So in here, like we've even got some notifications. I haven't posted on here in a while. It's so hard for me to get good at social media because like I make videos and that's what I like doing. I like making videos and talking to you guys and stuff. These random posts and stuff are a little bit harder for me because like I also help run several other accounts. I can't just like post all day. But so in here, it's like X, right? It pulls over your followers and everything. And then you get arena specific followers. So like currently I've got 580 followers on Arena. You get a wallet. So like this is my current wallet. Look, I've got $86 in my wallet. I didn't even know it. And I've got $87 in earnings to collect. So you make Avalanche by people signing up under your link. You also can get airdrop tokens from people. Like actually I am bullish on Arena RP. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm bullish on Arena, but I'm net bearish on SoFi, like social media finance, SoFi, social finance. I'm bearish on, but so I'm bullish on Arena. Go back to one of the things I said at the very beginning that I told you to remember, because that's extremely important. But it's actually really cool everything you can do here because you can see your wallet, you get tickets. So like I own 2 of my own tickets, right? Like, so it's like subscribing to someone's channel, right? It's cool. Ramu's in here. There's RP. Look at RP's tickets are worth 0.72 Avax. That's crazy. He's still active as hell on here. It's awesome. But yeah, no, it's cool. You can launch tokens on here. There's also leaderboards too. So you can see, how much people have staked. And then if you are I think it's top 500 arena staker or arena holder. I don't remember. It's the arena champion thing. Every token that's launched, you get airdrop part of the supply. So it's crazy. It's like a money printer in an essence, right? So I am actually bullish on Arena. Its performance lately is actually crazy. I'm surprised that it's had this performance. I might have missed something. I did see some updates that like they've actually been making the product itself better recently. So that's good. I'm bullish on Avalanche too. I've been pissed off at them. So that's Arena. Let's see. I'm nervous on Botify. Should I jump? How's Botify looking? So I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Okay. So it's down 50% from where I said it was a good buy. So not doing great. It was I basically called the top of the bottom. But so it was a little bit weird because I've actually talked to the team still. I'm still working with them even too. But what happened was they told everybody that they were ready to ship the product and that the product was shipping. And then even me, as one of the people that were supposed to be utilizing the product, got told, hold on, stop. Like, it's not ready. And I was every couple days, I'm like, hey guys, what's going on? Like, when is this going to be ready? Whatever. Like, we're supposed to be doing stuff with this, etc. And it was like, no, there's still an issue. We're working through it. So it was a failed product launch. They weren't ready when they said they were. But like 3 days ago, I actually got word that it's ready. And now we're supposed to start working back towards using it. So I'm told that it's ready. And everybody that I told before that was on board, apparently, supposedly, allegedly, to my knowledge, they're still on board. So apparently there's still a massive push coming. And the product is going to be fully launched. So with a utility project like this, that's obviously a big deal. Like, you can't be like, oh, we're launching the product and then it doesn't launch and you expect people to be happy about it. So the dip does actually make sense, but I do think we will see a bounce here. I don't think it's dead. And yes, that is insider information. Once again. But let's see what else is going on here. What? Giveaway? What'd you say? I'm back. Scrolling down here. Do I like autos? Do you mean like vehicles? Because guess what, my friend? I have multiple jobs. I work full-time for Cryptos R Us. Hey, look, Ma, it's me. I'm on TV. I also run this channel and this brand and everything like that. But I also do car reviews. So all of these recent car reviews here that you see me going past like the past year and a half, hey, look, that's me right there. I do car reviews. So yes, I do like cars. I like autos. Actually, let's check it out. This is the most recent video I just put. I'm going to bore you guys for a second. Do I like cars? Here's the intro to the latest video. And then I'll drop the link and you guys can go watch all the videos and throw subscribes on this channel too that I never talk about. But this channel is so much fun to do. I get to drive all these new cars and review them. Sometimes I get them for like a week at a time. It's sick. So here you go. Now, if that enticed you to go watch more, this is where you can go do it. But yeah, I do like I like cars. Who doesn't like cars, bro? Fucking walking sucks. Oh, it's a crypto. Damn it. All right. I will check it out. I will check it out though. Let's see here. I've got to scroll down to it. Can you drop me the CA B dubs? I'll check it out. I just had to self shill a little bit. Like I spent a lot of time doing those videos, so I just had to self shill a little bit. Chester, Baby Snek. If I haven't already talked about it, I could talk about Baby Snek a little bit because guess what? I'm also bullish on Baby Snek. You guys are just asking me about shit I already know about. Where's the left field ones? Let's go back to my X because yesterday I actually made a post on X about Baby Snek. By the way, guys, I am actually working. I know I said I'm really bad at being active on X, but I told myself I've got to try to be more active because if I want this to do well, that would help me. So here I am. But yesterday I actually made this post about Baby Snek because Baby Snek is probably the project I'm most bullish on in the entire Cardano ecosystem, even more than Snek. Baby Snek's currently at like a $3.6 million market cap. Let's check before I just put my foot in my mouth. But I'm probably going to be dead on. Let's be honest here. Oh, sorry, 3.3. I was 0.1 million off, but pretty close. But man, they are making things happen and in a big way. And I'm not going to lie to you. I'm currently working on something that may or may not involve Baby Snek, that may or may not help and impact Baby Snek, and that may or may not help or impact some of the other things I've discussed tonight. So it's funny that this was asked about. But what's crazy is Baby Snek does actually have a YouTube account, and their videos are reaching multitudes of millions of views. This top video right here is 12 million views. It's crazy. Then 11, 9.6. I mean, out of these top 10, the lowest one is 3.7 million views. So like, it's insane the traction they're getting. Now, because they are a Cardano token, they suffer from Cardano syndrome. Let's zoom out to the 3-day. Where people don't like to really transact on chain. Cardano maxis suck. They don't like to support their ecosystem. They don't like to support projects within the ecosystem. But once again, Baby Snek hit over $10 million market cap and it fell all the way down. Now we have a nice little buildup, right? We're seeing waves here. So like maybe next we see a nice little like around here. That's where I would like to see Baby Snek get up to next. That's where this next top should take it. And it's just a slow grind. But what they're doing on the side, they've got mining NFTs, RWA mining NFTs. So like you buy an NFT and you generate revenue based off of their miners because they have Bitcoin miners, Dogecoin miners. And I think they've got maybe Litecoin. Well, they definitely have Litecoin because they're mining Doge. So, but I think they're mining something else too. And I just can't remember off the top of my head. But then they've got their RWA collectibles, which I've got one over here. I'm not going to grab it again. I've shown you guys a million times. But really what they're doing is they're building the Pudgy Penguins competitor, right? Not competitor. There can be more than one. But like the same path that Pudgy Penguins went on. There's currently 50,000 subscribers almost, and there's only 107 videos. Guys, this is like number 80 video for me on this channel. I've got 4,000 subscribers. They've got 48,000 subscribers. So huge difference. And it shows you how much traction this child-friendly, family-friendly approach can get, right? And if you look at it, look at what Pudgy Penguins is. You've got a $1.8 billion market cap here for Pudgy, and its all-time chart looks like that. It's basically at release price. I thought it looked better, but I do think I'm expecting huge things from Pudgy. But the thing is, they're $1.8 billion market cap. I am actually super bullish on, if I can find the right tab, I'm super bullish on Pudgy. I think this chart is actually bullish too. And I see it going much higher. Recently, they've gotten some good exchange listings too. Baby Snek. If you were to pick one thing on a major chain, like if you only wanted to pick one thing, and it's something like Cardano, I'm going for Pudgy without a doubt, or Baby Snek without a doubt. Clifton K says, just bought StrayDog. Thanks. Welcome to the pack, my brother. Hardy Boys fan says you can tip and sell tickets on there. Absolutely. He's talking about the arena. It was just recently that like tipping came out on X, and I think I've got mine set up. All I know is I've never gotten a tip. That's for sure. But yeah, I think arena is like on the path to what X should be. I actually really like how arena is going. It's just unfortunate they're on Avalanche, which doesn't have a lot of on-chain volume or anything too. Man, I'm so far behind. There was no sound on the video. That's unfortunate. Amara says, is there any project you don't know about, Josh? Try me. That's why we're here. Try me. Let's see here. Sam Lloyd, I can see your text. I also saw this text. I can see your messages, my man. I'm also like really far behind on chat because like I look at something, I pick it and talk about it, and then there we go. Say my name. I like it. Sam. Oh, wait. Sam Lloyd. All right, there you go. Whatever. There's your shout out. Pudgy Penguins has a crazy marketing budget, though. You're very true. You know, like it's extremely correct. But I'm going to tell you something right here. This candle right here on Baby Snek, down 85%. That was the founder getting hacked. You know what he did? He turned around and market bought everything that was hacked. So I think that Baby Snek's got some money too. I've done an interview with the founder when I was on Cryptosaurus Plus, and he's a Snek whale. He's a Cardano whale. He's a Snek whale. He's well known in the Cardano ecosystem. So he's got money. Probably not Pudgy Penguin's money, but he is funding the ever-living hell out of this project. So I'm definitely expecting big things. Otto's contract address. Let me, I've got the contract address here. So let's pull it up and check it out. Don't worry, guys. We're still going to do the giveaway. I'm just making you guys wait for it. I'm going to be honest. Chart doesn't look amazing, but things can be deeper than the chart. We're basically at all-time low right now. All-time low is just a little bit lower, but hey, there could be something here. So before I get into that, though, we got 12,000 holders. Well, 11.3 thousand holders. Pretty good. We do have a pretty fat concentrated supply in the top 10 here. This 10% is very most definitely a team wallet. This 10% wallet's definitely a team wallet because here you have the LP at 2.12. We've got a couple LPs actually. So here we need to check out the website because this is not a meme coin. And actually, when did they launch? December. Yeah, so they launched it at a market peak. So this makes sense, actually. Welcome to Crypto Autos. I met this guy. I met this guy at the DeFi Kingdoms booth in at ETH Denver. I met this guy. He wanted to collab with Drivers Only that I was talking about a little bit ago. Actually, it sounded really interesting, and the site is way different. So basically, this is like an on-chain Turo, which is cool. Let's see. Can I rent? Oh, it's only Miami and Dubai. What about Chicago? No matches found. Let me rent something in Miami. I want to rent it from like October. There. Fuck it. Let's rent a McLaren. $5K a day. But hey, it's a buyer's market. If you're willing to pay it, they're willing to give it to you. I actually think that like something on chain like Turo and Airbnb and stuff like that is bullish. What's really interesting, here we go, explore all cars. I want to see, and how much of this, so you can tell a lot of these actually are going to be the same people. Does it say who the host is or something like that? So we don't get to see anything like that. Maybe if we log in. Oh, wait, here we go. More about CNC premium cars. This one's obviously them, CNC premium cars. But who's this background image? European Prestige. What about this one? Auto Sheridan. So hopefully, like, I like this idea, and I think that there is potential here because there's a lot of like fraud that goes on within these markets, especially with Airbnb and Turo and stuff like that. The important part is like, how do they handle escrow? Like, this gets a lot deeper. Like, how's it work? Because do they escrow it in case, like, hey, what if I steal that McLaren? Like, I gave them my 5K on chain. Like, what are they going to do? There's got to be some form of escrow and KYC and et cetera. Like, so hopefully it's all done extremely properly. But this is something I actually do think is interesting. I'd be more than happy to look into it more and talk about it more on a future stream. I think the idea is bullish, and that's why it had a pump up to almost $60 million. And if you bought up there, you might be waiting a while for a return. Now that's where your conviction comes into play. Like, are you willing to hold this for another 5 years as crypto adoption really ramps up? And, you know, like the adoption curve for crypto far outclasses many other things, even the internet. But are you willing to wait that? Because a lot of people, or how traditional investors work, is an investment means that you're not expecting a return in like 6 to 10 years. So if you bought this in December, if this is a good brand, yeah, in 6 to 10 years, this could be the Turo, this could be the Airbnb, this could be multi-billion-dollar project. But now, if you're just looking for a bullish narrative, it's not all that bullish. RWA, bullish. But as a whole, this is not what people are going to flock towards. They're going to flock towards like a brand that owns something, right? And they're turning it into an RWA, not a protocol that allows people to share something that they own. So like they're kind of creating the stream instead of providing the product, right? So hopefully, like how when I was trying to search where I could rent a car, hopefully they do have a large fleet in Miami and Dubai. That way they can, you know, profit off of this themselves. I'm assuming that they are, but like without going super in depth and boring the shit out of everybody, you guys don't want to watch me research this. That's what I have to do. 188,000 followers. Are you serious? I don't know. They get insane impressions. I think that their Twitter account's botted just by scrolling. They've got a baseline of like 48K or 38K views. Let's see that other one that had 38K. 453. They're definitely botted, but there's everybody bots in crypto now. The numbers are so similar on their baseline that you can tell they are. But again, like if they're legitimate, this is something we need to dig into a little bit more and find out. But what we really need to find out, guys, who's going to win this giveaway? So we have the last giveaway of the evening. I appreciate you all for showing up. I hope you've all dropped StrayDog a foul. They're helping me throw this giveaway too. So throw them some love, and let's do our last poll, my man. Cheers. Oh, Mark Anthony. How hilarious. Cardano is the future. I'm sorry I just trash talked Cardano a little bit. Cardano is the future. You win. Congratulations, my man. What you must do in order to win, in order to get your winnings, I can't help but laughing about this. You must drop your Twitter handle in the live chat here. Make sure you're following StrayDog on X. Make sure you're following me on X. And then send me your Ethereum wallet address if you have one. And I will get you your tokens in like the next 24 hours. We'll keep things here. He's here. He's here. Mark Anthony, you were there. You've won before. You have won. You've definitely won before. We got Ozbuds, El Camino. I saw your message earlier, Ozbuds. El Caminos were a thing in the U.S. They haven't been anything in the U.S. for a really long time. And there's currently no plan for an El Camino being launched in the U.S. If you're in Europe or, well, I know you're in Australia. If you guys are getting the El Camino again, that's insane. I wish I could get one. But no, we're not getting one of those soon. But Cardano is the future. Go ahead and drop your X handle. That does wrap up the giveaways. Once he drops his X handle, we will go ahead and wrap things up, my friends. There's his handle. The man, Vaneo himself. Cardano is the future. Buy some baby Snek. Buy some StrayDog. Buy some Clash. And don't be surprised when Aster flips Hyperliquid, because I told you it would. Smash up the likes if you liked what you saw. Subscribe if you didn't. I will see you on the next video. Peace.